Today is November 26th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today. And I mean that as we journey through the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 steps and 12 traditions. Today we are going to continue our journey through chapter 9, The Family Afterward. We'll be reading page 131, I believe. Yes, the rest of page 131. And if you recall from yesterday's reading, we actually read ahead in the 12 and 12, so we're going to skip the reading for that today. But we will read the 24 hours a day and daily reflection. So with that, hope you all are doing well this morning, my friends. We've been given a brand new day, clean slate. If you're just now discovering this podcast, I want you to know that you're a miracle and you are alive today and you have the opportunity to change, to make that first baby step in the right direction. And for the rest of us that have been around for a little while, same thing. Baby step in the right direction, right? Doing the next right thing. I love all those wonderful cliches that we hear in recovery. So with that, enough of my rambling. Let's get to the good stuff. All right, if you recall from yesterday's reading out of the big book, The Family Afterward, we're at a point where, and understandably so, the family's hoping that father, the alcoholic of the family in this example, is going to come home and he's going to make up for lost time right away and fix everything. And sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So we're on 131. We are going to read the rest of the page. At the very beginning, the couple ought to frankly face the fact that each will have to yield here and there if the family is going to play an effective part in the new life. Father will necessarily spend much time with other alcoholics, but this activity should be balanced. New acquaintances who know nothing of alcoholism might be made and thoughtful consideration given their needs. The problems of community might engage attention. Though the family has no religious connections, they may wish to make contact or to take membership in a religious body. Alcoholics who have derided religious people will be helped by such contacts. Being possessed of a spiritual experience, the alcoholic will find that he has much in common with these people, though he may differ with them on many matters. If he does not argue about religion, he will make new friends and is sure to find new avenues of usefulness and pleasure. He and his family can be a bright spot in such congregations. He may bring new hope and new courage to many a priest, minister, or rabbi who gives his all to minister to our troubled world. We intend the foregoing as a helpful suggestion only. So far as we are concerned, there's nothing obligatory about it. As non-denominational people, we cannot make up others' minds for them. Each individual should consult his own conscience. "24 hours a day, November 26th. AA thought for the day. Continuing our thoughts about the rewards that have come to us as a result of our new way of living, we have found that we have gotten rid of the compulsive and self-sabotaging patterns of disease that weighed us down previously. Fears, resentments, inferiority complexes, negative points of view, self-centeredness, criticism of others, oversensitivity, inner conflicts, procrastination, unsafe sex, wasting money, boredom, false perfectionism, jealousy, and envy of others. We are glad to be rid of our drinking, and we are also very glad to be rid of these other things. We can now go forward in the new way of life, as shown us by AA. Am I ready to go forward in the new life?" Meditation for the day. He that has eyes to see, let him see. To the seeing eye, the world is good. Pray for a seeing eye, to see the purpose of God in everything good. Pray for enough faith to see God's care in his dealings with you. Try to see how he has brought you safely from your past life so that now you can be of use in the world. With the eyes of faith, you can see God's care and purpose everywhere. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may have a seeing eye. I pray that with the eye of faith, I may see God's purpose everywhere. Daily Reflection, November 26th. The hazards of publicity. People who symbolize causes and ideas feel a deep human need. We of AA do not question that, but we do have to soberly face the fact that being in the public eye is hazardous, especially for us. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 181. As a recovered alcoholic, I must make an effort to put into practice the principles of the AA program, which are founded on honesty, truth, and humility. While I was drinking, I was constantly trying to be in the limelight. Now that I am conscious of my mistakes and of my former lack of integrity, it would not be honest to seek prestige, even for the justifiable purpose of promoting the AA message of recovery. Is a publicity that centers around the AA fellowship and the miracles it produces not worth much more? Why not let the people around us appreciate by themselves the changes that AA has brought in us? For that will be a far better recommendation for the fellowship than any that I could make. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading. And once again, oh man, 24 hours, it nails me to a T for sure. Am I ready to go forward in a new life? I mean, think about all these things. Golly, as I was reading them out loud, I felt a lot of these things. Resentments, inferiority complex, negative points of view, self-centeredness, criticism of others. This is the thing. I thought AA was just about not drinking. I didn't realize that by working the steps, we're slowly taking inventory of all the things in our lives, good and bad. And we go, you know what? I don't have room for this oversensitivity or this self-centeredness or criticism of others. I don't have room for that. We need to get rid of that and replace it with some more things that are going to sell much better. Like peace, happiness, contentment for others. And I love right here, he that has eyes to see, let him see. To the seeing eye, the world is good. Pray for a seeing eye, to see the purpose of God in everything good. Try to see how he has brought you safely through your past life, so that now you can be of use in the world. With the eyes of faith, you can see God's care and purpose everywhere. When I started to work the steps and started to get rid of a lot of this junk that was really cluttering up my life, I realized that I wasn't seeing the world clearly. And perception is reality, right? But then when I got sober and I started dealing with a lot of these things and giving them to my higher power and talking with them with other human beings that are far wiser than I am and let it all go, I started to see the world in a completely different light. It was the same world, but now I had a different set of lenses. Practical example, I started noticing the sunrises and the sunsets. It even makes me think of The Outsiders, where if you've ever read the book, Ponyboy, the main character, that's one thing that he always notices is just the world around him. He's very perceptive of it. And I actually had a dear friend in the program tell me, hey Rob, you always walk with your head down, keep your head up. God's created this beautiful picture for you, and you're not even acknowledging it. Start noticing the beautiful things around you. My life is a beautiful picture. And there are some days where I'm caught in my head and I'm not thinking clearly, and I don't have the eyes to see what God has already done in my life. Not too long ago, I was blacking out, lying to my wife, withdrawing in the garage, obsessing over a drink. When can I get the next one? I hope she didn't find the hidden bottles. Not long ago, I was living that way. I have eyes to see today how great my higher power is, and how wonderful it is to be alive today and sober. So with that, my friends, today was a shorter reading, but I rambled on a lot longer, didn't I? Thank you guys for tolerating me, and also please know that I never ever intend to speak on behalf of AA or any other sect or denomination. Obviously, I'm not a professional narrator. I am just a friend in recovery that loves to do this. And I'm going to miss this. Here we are, November 26th. We're getting up on close to the last month of this podcast. And it's been such a blessing. From the outset, I was hoping that it would help one person out there. And the irony of the whole thing is, I think the person that's helped the most is me. Go figure. But with that, my friends, hope you all have a great one. And if we are given another set of 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.